Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. You know, the value of something depends on the location. That's what I believe. So think about a home, right? A home on the beach might be worth more than one in the inner city, one in the mountain, and so on and so forth. The same thing with what's in somebody's hand. It adds value. The phone in somebody's hand, making the right call to the right person would add more value than the phone in somebody's with somebody who wouldn't add value. Anyways, happy Sunday and welcome to my podcast. My name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik. Thank you for coming on. And this is the Roll With It show. Today I'm going to talk about it depends on whose hands it's in. And I'm one of those people who just wonder about crazy stuff. I wonder. Do I always get the answers? No. Sometimes I Google, I research, I read, and even in reading, I'm always thinking about stuff. Just wondering from the past to the future, I always wonder. And recently I had this thought, I wonder what this would cost. I wonder what this would cost in the hands of a certain person. So the value is added when the right person picks it up. So what's in your hand today? What's in your hands today that you can add value to? What's in your hand? Let me go over a few items that is just regular items that cost between, I would say, $7 to maybe $100 in my hand, in the average person hands, but in the hand of the greats, it causes millions. And it's worth millions and hundreds of millions. I'm going to start with a guitar. If you like music like me, you probably know about Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest guitar players ever. So a guitar in a regular store is worth $100, $300. In the hands of Jimi Hendrix, it's worth $6.6 million when he was alive. Now his estate is worth $175 million just for playing the guitar. Let's think about painting, a Picasso, if you will. So a paintbrush in the hands of an average person, my hand is worth, literally I have purchased paintbrushes from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, now $1.25. So it's worth that much. If you go to Michael's and you get more of a quality one, maybe $10, right? High end, $20. But in the hands of Picasso, it's worth $139 million. Do you get that? So the value of something, it's whose hands it's in. Again, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Paulette. And this is the Roll With It show. On this show, we talk about personal finances. That is how to make extra money, how to create and develop multiple streams of income, and how to increase your wealth. So in this video, I'm talking about the value of something in the right hands, including money. Stay till the end. We'll talk about money. So let's move on to music, right? A pen, a thought for a song, to me is probably worth 2 cents. But you give that to Michael Jackson, and that's $2.4 billion. When Michael Jackson has a thought and he has to compose music to it, and then he adds his Michael Jackson dance, and when he adds the hoo-hoo, that hoo-hoo, we all know Michael Jackson. So to him, that's $2.4 billion because the pen is in his hand, right? He's strategizing with his team. Money, it costs money. It's more valuable because it's in the hands of Michael Jackson. Now, some of you like sports, so let me go there. Start with a baseball. A baseball in my hand is worth probably $1, but in the average person's hands, a baseball is worth $7 or so. I just looked it up. Walmart, Amazon, $7 for an average baseball. The same ball that Babe Ruth would pick up. And he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest. Don't hold me to that. It's just he's one of the ones I know. Probably the greatest player who ever lived. And even in his time, a baseball is worth $800,000. That's $7 item, $800,000. Let's talk about the basketball. Michael Jordan. He's one, he's really one of a hero for me. Michael Jordan is a hero for me because of his story. If you have a chance to listen to his biography, study about him, Michael Jordan. So a basketball in my hand is worth $3. But a basketball, if you go online, you can get a basketball for $25. If you want to get a high-end, something good like a Wilson, it's going to be $60. That same basketball in the hands of Michael Jordan, it's worth $33 million. Again, it's all about whose hands it's in. The value is added when you put the right thing in the right person's hand. So what's in your hand? What's in your hand that you can add value to? To Michael Jordan, $33 million. One basketball, that same $25 basketball that you got on Amazon, throw it through the hoop, and it's still $25. You put it in Michael Jordan's hand, it's worth $33 million. And like I said, with a baseball, $7, y'all, not even 10. But you put that baseball in Babe Ruth's hand and some of the greats, $800,000, a $7 item. Let's talk about football. I think some of you know that I like football. It depends on whose hand the football is in. A football in my hand has no value. It's just the football. But a football in Tom Brady's hand, go Bucks. Okay, side funny thing here. Sidebar. I actually saw Tom Brady play many, many times, but I saw him play it in the Super Bowl when Tampa Bay won over the Chiefs. Woohoo! But back on point. A football in Tom Brady's hands, it's worth $30 million. A $25 item is worth $30 million. Guys, everything, it's about who picks it up. If Michael Jordan picks up a pen on a keyboard with a thought, with a book, if his thought and his pen, his thought on paper could be worth $2.5 billion. I sometimes wondered, if you're just hopping on, you probably missed when I said this, so it bears repeating. I think about things. I think about silly stuff. Honestly, like space. I wonder if the people in space. I think about heaven. I think about hell. I think about relationships. I think about dumb stuff. Like I wonder what my dog is thinking. I literally think, I'm like, I wonder what Chaser's thinking about. So I have crazy thought. And that is what brought me to the whole concept, the idea of, I wonder what this would cause in somebody else's hand. And I wonder what's in your hand and what's the value. If Tom Brady can take a $25, $26, $20, $30 item and make it $30 million, if Picasso can take a simple dollar brush, and if you buy a very high silk paintbrush on the high end, even that is chump change. But in the hands of Picasso, $139 million. So I ask, what's in your hands? So we think about the Bible. When we think about, a staff. A staff is just a stick to most of us. To Moses, it was power to divide the Red Sea, right? It is what it is. So a ring on my finger It's just a ring, even if it's an expensive diamond ring. But to a pharaoh, it was an edict for life or death. They decided who got what, who lived, who died. So I hope you're getting the point today. It depends on whose hands it is in. So whether it is a baseball, a basketball, a football, a paintbrush, a pen and paper, a guitar like Jimi Hendrix, a phone, right? So this phone, what is it worth? It's worth what it's worth. But this phone in the right hand making the right call can be the difference between success and failure, moving forward or moving back, promotion or demotion, or maybe nothing. It depends on whose hands it's in. So what is in your hands? What has God given you that you can use today and add value? I don't want you to think of it as just a rod, a staff, which is really a stick. That's a name for it, a rod, a staff. It's a stick that's shaped like a candy cane. But that's all it is. When you think about a football, I love football. When you think about a football, it's just pig skin, shape, whatever shape that is. It's just pig skin, y'all. A guitar, wood and strings. But with the right tone in the right hands, it means so much. I want to bring it home to my heart real quick. I remember my mother, right? She was not a professional chef or anything like that. But I tell you what, a big spoon in a pot with the right seasoning in her hands, it was worth bringing prime ministers to our doors. And this is one of the things I remember about my mom and how influential she was in life. Had a 5th grade education, had a whole bunch of kids, stay-at-home mom most of her life. Our life, to me, our life was like the best. I didn't know any better. But like we had a good life because of my mom, especially, and my dad too. So my mom didn't know much. I'm sure she didn't go to school for cooking. No, she didn't go to school for cooking. But a big spoon in a pot with the right ingredients in my mother's hand was invaluable. How do I know? Prime ministers of the Bahamas, not 1, not 2, but 3, would come to my parents' door and ask her to cook her special pea soup and dumpling, or they would ask her to make sauce. Shout out to my Bahamian folks. Y'all know what that is. My mom added value to her life because of a big spoon and a pot. So I ask you again, what's in your hand? Do you have the gift to write? Do you have the gift of singing? Do you have anointed hands to help hair grow? Or for the man to just give guys the right look, right? The right fade, because when people look good, they feel good. Can you sew? Can you design? Some things come so easy to some people. And sometimes we don't think about the value we add to the world, because to us, it's just cooking. It's just hair. It's just sewing. But think about it. You thought when Picasso started, he was thinking, I would be this great legend, this great artist. Even his art has transcended death. Do you think Michael Jackson, when he started at whatever age he started, I know he was introduced at about age 5 or 6, 7-ish. I mean, honestly, do you think his family or them think that his music would transcend just across cultures? Like, I don't know. I wonder about these things. That's just me thinking dumb stuff. But I doubt it. When Jimi Hendrix, whoever gave him his first guitar, I wonder if they thought $175 million later, this guitar in his hand, just because of music. When Tom Brady first picked up the first football and threw, do you think he knew? Do you think his father knew? His coach knew, or even had the thought? I think because they continued doing what they were doing and they got so good at it. So my encouragement to you today, whatever God has put in your hand, whatever he has given you to do it with all your heart, according to Colossians 3:23. Do it excellently. Do it so well that you will not be denied, that you will become the Tom Brady, the Michael Jackson, the Michael Jordan, the Babe Ruth, the Picasso, the Jimi Hendrix. You will be the Simone Biles of your industry. And maybe not of your entire industry. Let's be honest, maybe just your street, maybe just your neighborhood or your community, but it starts with you picking up that thing, whatever that is. Moses for sure. I don't think we have the ability to read Moses' life as it happened, right? But he was living his life as it happened. I'm sure he didn't know, well, this great thing would happen. My life would be recorded. People will live by me, and millions of people will be named after me. I would be one of the greats, and I'll be mentioned in Hebrews. No, he just picked up the stick. And he did it. He made it great in his hands. So whatever's in your hands today, add value to your life, add value to your family, add value to your neighborhood, add value to your community, to your city, to your state. You never know what it'll go, because it might be a country and even the world. Because these days with social media, one little thing that add value can go viral. I hope this has encouraged you. Again, thank you for stopping by. My name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik, and this is the Let's Roll With It show. We talk about personal finances on the show. Please let's connect. I would love for you to subscribe. If this helps you, encourage you, or anyone you know, please like it, do share it, and subscribe. I pop on Sundays. I need to come on more, right? But I come on here. Sometimes I have guests. Sometimes it's just me. But whatever I do, I try to add value and encourage your life. Last but not least, before I disconnect, I want to say this. In fact, I'm heading out to vote right now. So, a ballot in your hands. What is it worth? Be encouraged, no matter how discouraged you are, no matter how frustrated or angry, turn that anger into action and vote, because a ballot in your hands can make a difference. Again, thank you for stopping by.